The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I RASTA go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Unu prepared a table before right in the presence of our enemy them. Unu anointed I head with unu oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kadama we groma beya te la e higzag beer tana istalina bashante shante 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 shante. Oh, how good and how pleasant it is for Jaja people them to live together in love and unity. It's like that precious ointment upon the head all the way down the beard. Yes, the head of Aaron all the way down his beard, all the way down to his robes. The Lord God Jah love everybody, so he give everybody a gift of life. And I give thanks. I don't know what it was clear for. What are you more? You all done. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Show them where we speak truth to power in my name. Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking, ingredients of so many different types, shapes, and sizes. Oh, aromas and even flavors. Abandon all their differences, relegating all this to the background, and collaborating with the black pot in order to produce food. Now, this food is in all its sumptuousness and palatability. Ironically, the ingredients in the black pot do not even partake in the eating of the food. It is us, the eaters, who do. Yet every time, the black pot and the ingredients will collaborate to be able to give us nothing but sumptuous food, very nutritious. This is a lesson of selflessness. It's a lesson of generational thinking, and also a lesson of sacrifice. Now, if all these ingredients are missing, selflessness, sacrifice, generational thinking, if they are missing in a country, then you don't live in a country, you live in an empty box. Our ancestors brought us here all because of what is known as sacrifice and generational thinking. They wanted a better place for us in the future, a place we could call our own home. Today, my brother, my sister, when we recite the national anthem and even recite the pledge and all the other patriotic recitals, and we say our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. This is what we are talking about. Sometimes we have to shed blood to be able to get the land. Sometimes we have to sweat it out to be able to find a place where we can always call our home. My brother, my sister, are you patriotic? Are you ready to sacrifice for your nation? Or you don't care at all? How many of us want to run away from the country because it's a very bad country, and for that matter, we regretted even being brought here? We wish we were Americans or Japanese or Indians. How many of us get married to foreigners and we are so happy, not because we are in love, but it's all because it's an opportunity for us to change our nationalities and relocate into countries that other people have struggled to build so we can be part of the sponging. Think about it, my brother. It's time for us to build our nation so that younger generations coming up would also be proud of the toil and the blood that we have decided to sacrifice in order to make this place a better place. So they would also sit back and have other people from foreign lands say, oh, we want to come and join you. My brother, my sister, let's build a land that is very, 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 very deserving of praise. It is our land. It's your land. We can never build it without patriotism. That is why this show is here. It's called the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo. And here we don't talk politics. We don't talk sports. We don't even talk religion. We only talk patriotism. That is why we are here. And I'm most excited you are here. I must apologize that yesterday we couldn't come your way because of power problems that we had here. Today, we had to start late, all because of the same power issue from yesterday. But I apologize, and I believe that we're going to have a good time building our nation. Sometimes some of these challenges come. We hope that soon we'll be able to put this away and call that problems of yesteryears. This is the Blakk Pot, and we are live on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Blakk Empire Media. Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Please do me a favor, subscribe to this channel. If you haven't, please do it now. And hit on the notification button, which is a bell, so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Please win more souls for patriotism in building our nation. Talk to family and friends to also subscribe and watch this. If they watch it once, they will be hooked. Because here we speak nothing but the truth. And we don't criticize. But if we must criticize, we must do it on one condition: to build and never to destroy. That is why we say we are in the service of God and country. This is the Blakk Pot. And of course, we are going on a patriotic tour. What we call the Patriotism tour. The My Dear Ghana tour. All 16 regions of Ghana. Any region we go, we plant a big flag. In fact, a Ghana flag. And we are going to be touring the whole Ghana. All the 16 regions with about 160,000 miniature flags. Everywhere we go, we'll give them 10,000 miniature flags. And then we'll have a school where we'll give a small lecture about patriotism. Right after that, in the night, we will perform in a concert for the people who couldn't come for the lecture, so they can also pick up the messages. 16 regions. It's not going to be easy. We have written some letters for sponsorship. It's very slow in coming, but you can also be part of the sponsorship. You can donate. And certainly if you want us to also send letters to you, we can also do that. Blakk Empire Media, we have our Momo line here. Please send donations if you can. Patriotism is not forced. We do it from the heart. Some have already started sending in their what widows might, no matter how small, no matter how big, everything would go into a good cause. I want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you. Ibrahim sent us something yesterday. We also got something from my professor, Professor Albion Mens. And we are going to be putting all these names out. In fact, time after time. So you would see that we are receiving whatever you are sending us. In the interim, it's a Blakk Pot. And it's a show of patriotism. Ghana will work again by hook or by crook. Wallahi. Come here. Today we have 5 issues to look at, right? We'll see if we can do all 5. Run it, my youth. Number 1, watch this. It says, Wontumi runs away from ASANTEHENE. Please take out the full stop after from. Wontumi runs away from ASANTEHENE. Who is Chairman Wontumi? Do you know him? He's the chairman of the NPP, Ashanti region. That's him. He's a man who talks carelessly. He's a man who talks as if he has no common sense. This is a man who thinks money is everything. It's just like cheddar. My brother, my sister, they think that once they have money, they have everything. How many of us think so? That once we have money, we have everything. Now, this guy here was moving from one TV station to the other, holding some gold nuggets. In fact, raw gold, praising himself that he had worked very hard to have this. Later, we were told that what he was actually doing was nothing but galamsey, aided by Nana Akufo-Addo, the irresponsible president we have for this nation. A forest reserve had this man in there, harvesting gold and destroying the flora and fauna, destroying our water bodies. Now, how many people in Accra cannot find water? For 5 days now, and even more, no water running through our taps. People have to go out there and buy water from tankers. Galamsey is part of the problems. Professor Frimpong Boateng told us that Chairman Wontumi was one of those desecrating forest reserves in the nation, all in the name of gold. We all remember when they said, Party Hianska. Therefore, they had to destroy this country's flora and fauna to be able to get money for their dirty party. My brother, my sister, this is Chairman Wontumi. He has a radio station. I think he also has a TV station. Yes, they call it Wontumi TV. And the radio is called Wontumi Radio, I think. I don't listen to them and I don't watch them. With no disrespect to those who work there. But these are people who should have never had a license to do TV or radio. It's like a gun. And I've said it somewhere before. Before they give you a gun license, you must be of sane mind and good character. Or else you will take the gun and cause havoc. In fact, the media is sharper than the two-edged sword that you've seen all this while. And it's more disastrous than a firearm. To give a TV license to Chairman Wontumi, it's like giving him an AK-47. My brother, my sister. Because this is a guy who has little brains, and at the same time, he's a guy who has no respect. Why are we saying this? Several times, Chairman Wontumi has turned his TV station into a propaganda station where facts, in fact, are never used and respected. Chairman Wontumi is a guy who talks just anyhow. But I like one thing about him. When you offend him, he takes you to court. At least we saw that happen to Ifya Schwarzenegger and some other people. My brother, my sister, some other person, as very lawless as they are, would rather come and attack you. My brother, my sister, he took his thing to ASANTEHENE. We were told that he said that in the Ashanti region, he has his own kingdom. He has a kingdom in a kingdom. My brother, my sister, and this kingdom, he says, is his own king. And according to those who listened to the tape, he even went ahead to raise himself above the king of the Ashanti, his own king. ASANTEHENE Osei II. This is the man. You can never disrespect the Asante kingdom. It's of ancient power and energy. At Manshia, they have a saying. They say, Enyamra eyetumi. It's not about the law. It's about power. The Asante kingdom can never ever be disrespected if you know history. Asante kingdom is one of the biggest prides that we have in Africa, not only in Ghana. We are happy to have such an ethnic group and such a kingdom. My brother, my sister, in the days, the Ashanti kingdom was so formidable and so powerful that if we had done our things right, people would have come to the Ashanti kingdom as pilgrimage. The same way people go to Mecca, people go to Israel, people would have come to the Ashanti kingdom on pilgrimage. We are such great people like Okomfo Anoche who helped the kingdom grow. Chairman Wontumi decided to look down on all these things allegedly and fired shots at the Ashanti kingdom. Now the Ashanti kingdom is not happy because he's a member of the Ashanti kingdom. And they decided that they would invite him over and listen to him talk like that before the ASANTEHENE. Run the story, my youth, and see what is happening right now. Oh gosh. Wontumi's radio, TV station should be closed down till he appears before us. And this is Ashanti chiefs talking. These are the chiefs who are talking. And we read, some chiefs of the Asanteman Traditional Council are calling for the closure of Wontumi Radio and TV over the comments made by the owner of the media house, Bernard Nkwibo Siakon, Chairman Wontumi, against the ASANTEHENE Otumfuo Osei II and the presenter at Wontumi TV, Maurice Ampao, against the chiefs of the council. At an emergency council meeting on the issue on Monday, January 22, 2024, some of the chiefs said that the media house operations must be suspended until the two men appear before the council. If he, Chairman Wontumi, fails to appear, we are saying that the Bafwo, Bantmahene, Owusu, Amankwetia, the fourth, who is sitting in the stead of the ASANTEHENE, should close down the station till he comes, one of the chiefs suggested. And I need you to listen to that paragraph again. He's saying, if he, Chairman Wontumi, fails to appear, we are saying that the Bafo, Bantamahine, Owusu Amankwetia the fourth, who is sitting in the state of the ASANTEHENE, should close down the station till he comes. One of the chiefs suggested. Did you hear that? They should close down his station until he comes. Run it, my youth. The Bantamahine Bafo Owusu Amankwetia the fourth, who chaired the meeting, went on to order the Ashanti regional chairman of the MPP and management of Wontumi to appear before the council on Monday, January 29, 2024. He said that the management of the media house must explain why it allowed such comments to be made during their programs. We need him here on Monday. Whatever be the case, if he is coming, he should come with Maurice Ampao and the entire management of Wontumi, for them to come and explain why Maurice Ampao is insulting us. And also explain why they have given Maurice Ampao the platform to do such a thing. Amankwetia the fourth said. What did Maurice Ampao say? Maurice Ampao was reacting to the Ashanti Mine Council summoning the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP, Bernard Nkwibosiakon, that's Chairman Wontumi, over derogatory remarks he supposedly passed against the overlord of the Ashanti Kingdom. Asantehene Osei Tutu II used some strong words against chiefs of the council. He told the chiefs to focus on the many problems in their region and leave the regional chairman alone. The chiefs who are dragging Chairman Wontumi, what has he done to you? Have you finished solving your problems? The Otumfuo is now tired of complaining about your behavior. Some of the Ashanti chiefs are thieves. You sell the same land to more than one person. You steal people's money. You have sex with people's girlfriends. You sleep with their wives. He said in Chi. He added, are you done correcting all the crimes your committee in the Ashanti region, including Galamsey, that's illegal small-scale money, for you to come and talk about Chairman Wontumi? Interesting. So this is what he said. That some of the chiefs are thieves, and it's true. Some of them are thieves. Asantehene himself said it. How do you sell one plot of land to two people if you are not a thief? But I don't know about the Asante chiefs sleeping with people's wives and girlfriends. Otumfuo never told me this, and I don't know that. Again, he said some of the chiefs allow Galamsey, illegal small-scale mining, destroying Asante mine. And that is true as well. What Maurice Ampao said has some truth in it. And when you listen to the tape, in fact, it's more fiery than what has been written here. Now they want Maurice Ampao to come there. Maurice Ampao says that he will go there, and when he arrives there, they will clap for him. Watch this. I will honor the invitation. You will clap for me on Monday. That's what Maurice Ampao is saying. The only way I will clap for Maurice Ampao is when he goes and stands before the chiefs and says, yes, some of you are thieves, as said by Otumfuo himself. And some of you here, yes, you encourage illegal mining, Galamsey. That is the only way I will clap, because it's about Ghana. But how did he address the Otumfuo? Did he drag the Otumfuo's name into this issue? That's what I want to know. But Maurice Ampao, do you have his photograph? Listen, Maurice Ampao, with all love and respect, are you saying that they should solve all these problems before they can talk about a man who is looking down on the king? By so doing, you have insulted the king. You are saying that the chiefs of Asante should not talk about anything, including Chairman Wontumi, until they stop illegal small-scale mining, aka Galamsey. And two, they stop sleeping with people's wives and girlfriends. And thirdly, they stop stealing. Is that what you're saying? My brother, crime, Foolishness, my brother, has no chronology. You tackle them as and when they come. In other words, my brother, my sister, if we allow Chairman Wontumi to look down on the power of the Asante mind, of which he's part, then who is going to fight the Galamsey in the Ashanti region? More than the Asantehene who is being looked down on. So you see, do not treat symptoms. Go for the jugular vein, the main cause of the sickness. Until we learn to give Asantehene all the power he deserves, Asante mind will not work. Asantehene is the man who sits on his throne and he invites all these Galamsey chiefs and sacks them one after the other. Look how much work Asantehene is doing these days. The same Asantehene is the one who disciplines all these chiefs. Unprecedentedly, we are seeing the Asantehene doing so much to clean up Asante. So if you go out and say that there's nothing being done, Galamsey, have they finished fighting Galamsey? Have they finished sleeping with people's wives? Have they finished sleeping with the land? It's almost like you are looking down on the work of the Asantehene, which is unprecedented. I love this guy, Maurice Amper. Of course, sometimes he goes overboard. We all do. But I am glad that they are all being invited. And I can't wait to hear what he's going to tell the Asantehene. But as for Chairman Wontumi, he's the biggest coward I have seen. With all the noise you make on radio and TV, you've been invited and we are told that he said he's not well. You are not well? What happened to you? Coccidiosis? Or you have liver cirrhosis? Maybe your medulla oblongata just broke. Maybe something else. But the Asante chiefs are saying, even if he is sick, they should carry him on a hospital stretcher and bring him there so that justice can talk. They are taking it serious, and I'm glad. Come here. The day we allow the Ashanti kingdom to be demeaned, my brother, we have killed ourselves and shot ourselves in the foot. Look what Asante mind is doing. Anytime there's a tribal conflict, ethnic conflict, Asantehene's name comes first. When Asantehene enters there, there is peace. Come here. The moment Asantehene enters there, there is peace. Look at the Dagbon crisis. It took Asantehene, after so many years of chaos, to go there amidst the beating of Adwa and Kete. King, 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 king. King, 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 king. He went with Adwa and settled the thing. We are all looking at Asantehene to go to Boko and bring peace. How would he bring the peace if we don't respect him? How does he bring the peace if we look down on his throne? That is why people like Chairman Wontumi must be brought to book. You are an Asante. You know how powerful it is. The ancestors fought so hard for you to gain some respect. Today, anywhere you go and say you are an Asante, people respect you naturally. It didn't come by chance. It's because some people toiled and worked so hard. The Asante kingdom is even an envy to some ethnic groups in Ghana. True? When the Asantes were busily fighting the British, some of these ethnic groups were collaborating and corroborating with the Europeans to bring more mayhem to our people. The Ashanti kingdom has come far. Of course, every ethnic group has its own achievements. But today, we are talking about the Ashanti kingdom. Chairman Wontumi, you have looked down on your own king. But Asantehene is no longer an Ashanti king. He has grown beyond Ashanti. He is a man who commands respect from all spheres of life, including the British. When the British are inviting him over, they remember that this was the conqueror of their kingdom, the so-called British Empire. Please, let's not demean traditional power. Let's not demean traditional authority. Even if Asantehene wants to demean the Asante crown, we shall fight him. Even if Asantehene himself today comes to try and demean the Ashanti Kingdom, we shall fight him. And you know, in the past, we did that. You remember the songs, Cocaine in the Palace? We know one no whitey whitey. We know one no cocaine. No whitey, no cocaine in the palace. You remember that tune? We are not fighting the Ashanti Kingdom. We are fighting people who are trying to destroy the kingdom. And the Wontumis, the earlier they were brought to book, the better. Stop running away from the ASANTEHENE. They have given him 7 days to appear there dead or alive. He says he's sick. If he dies, they will still take his corpse to Manshia and deal with the corpse. They are angry, and I support them in their anger. Please. Now, let me conclude it. The chief said they are going to close down what? Radio station. You have no right. You have no power to do that. The chiefs of Asante have no right to close any radio station. It's wrong. Don't go there. Remember, we are a republic. There's a media commission that handles some of these issues. In this case, it's special. If you want to close it down, petition the media commission. Rather than saying, Bantamahine, the fourth should go and close it down. No, we are not living in the jungle. You cannot do that. If we allow Bantamahine to go and close this radio station, then we have no press freedom in Ghana anymore. Chairman Wontumi speaks by heart. Yes, we hear. He shouldn't have had a radio station. He shouldn't have had a TV station because it's a loose cannon, worse than a loose cannon. Yes, this guy is semi-illiterate. He says anything. I wonder how he even became the chairman of the NPP. You listen to him to talk, and you wonder, what special have they found in this guy, apart from Galamsey? Party, yes, ska, then destroy the land and bring ska to party. Is that why you put him there? Because I don't see wisdom. Let truth be spoken. Ashanti chiefs have no right to close any radio station. The other day, Tamale Lamashagu chief also went and closed down, in fact, threatened to close down a radio station. And finally, they had to pull out the radio presenter. We rose against it. Within hours, the radio presenter was brought back. Please, let chiefs not interfere with media. If you have any problem, tackle it with the media commission and let media commission rise. I'm sure if a letter comes from Manshia, in fact, telling media commission that we have a problem with this radio station because it said A, B, and C, and D, and D, and E, F, 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 F. Please, we need action to be taken. The media commission will take it so serious. Because the day ASANTEHENE says, I am angry, I don't like this radio station, the whole of Asanteban is going to rise against the radio station. They will set it on fire. Whoever is in there will become Ngongo. So media commission wouldn't want it. That's the power of the Asante I'm talking about. But where you decide to take the law into your own hand and go and start closing down radio stations, we are doomed. Have I made myself clear? It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. We don't want chiefs closing down radio stations. Tomorrow, Gamanche comes to say, hey, Blakk RASTA speaks anyhow. I don't want him on radio. If you don't remove him, I'll close the radio station. Like that guy who said he will buy my radio station and then he will kick me out of my, what? You kick me out of my position. Arrogance. Talk. Little boys who just saw some coins and they think that that's it. We shall fight them tooth and nail, both physically and spiritually. If physical fails, we'll go spiritual. They will walk without their heads. You see them walking like chicken. Because you can't fight a man who speaks the truth and win. It's not possible. The Bible says it. All my life, I've never seen a righteous man beg bread on the sidewalk. True? I was young, now I am old. I have never seen all my life from when I was young till now that I am old. seen a righteous man fall. It's not possible. What is righteousness? It's the truth. Christ said, I am what? The way, the light, and the truth, right? The truth. When you speak the truth, you are an orphan. God loves you. They will come in their droves. They can't touch you. Because God loves the speaker of truth. God is truth. You can't fight a truth talker and win. We would have been gone long ago. When a truth talker raises his hand and says, oh my God, I am speaking your truth and see what they are doing to me. Ohwana agrada. Watch it. Psalm 37 verse 25. It says, I have been young and now I am old. Yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread on the sidewalk. Hallelujah. Come here! You think say you dey wise. Ha! Did you see that? Psalm 37 verse 25. I have been young and now I am old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread on the sidewalk. You can call yourself rich no matter what. Our children will never beg you and your children for bread, because we have led a righteous life. When many were running after bribe, we stayed steadfast. When many were telling lies so they could lick honey, we stayed in the pain and spoke the truth. It's not easy to speak the truth, my brother. You have to be anointed to speak the truth. You have to be anointed to speak the truth. Sometimes I speak some truth, and when I'm going home, I tell myself, yeah, Rade, what is this thing that I said? Then I ask myself, did you speak the truth? And the answer is always yes. Why fear? Bring the quote again. Hey! It's powerful. He said what? Psalm 37:25. I have been young, and now I'm old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. Sadakallahu azim. Dash it away. We are following the whole Asantehene story. But please, can I speak to Chairman Wontumi? Come here. Come here. Chairman Wontumi, for a reason, I don't know, there's something inside me that likes you. And I don't know what it is. There's something inside me that likes you. Please, you know what to do? Send 100 sheep, 100 goats, and add at least 1 camel, plus a whole truckload of schnapps. Let that go 1 week before you arrive at Manshia. By the time you go there, hopefully, they would have fed the gods and they would have been drunk. When you arrive there, there will be a big party. It's a way of saying, your friend Jantoa, you are Nakan. Jantoa. Unfancheme. I made him ponchiaba. How do you call a camel in tree? A fiponko. A fiponko. Midi enuswaba. Ujai so mida kaun. Unfancheme. Jantoa. Go on your knees and cry and beg. It doesn't mean you are weak. It just means that you have a lot of respect for the Asante Kingdom. That's the only way I think you can save yourself. Dash. Next story. And come here. Black Stars coach takes all blame. Who is the coach? They call him Chris Hutton, right? Chris Hutton. For a reason, I love this guy. His coaching skills, I cannot subscribe to. Yes, they said he had a lot of achievements in the past. I don't follow European football. Even the World Cup, when I go, I only go to watch the Africans playing. because they are the only people I can recognize. For me, all the Chinese look alike. All Koreans look alike. Japanese, they all look alike. All Europeans look alike. When I watch them, I don't see the difference. Apart from a few who are extra tall and some who are albinos and all that. So it's difficult for me to tell that this is this person. And I always want to know. My brother, my sister, this was the man who was brought in as the technical advisor initially for the Black Stars. The team crumbled down and the coach ran out like a pregnant toad early in the afternoon before midday. Otto Addo, he ran away. That's another coach who is so unpatriotic. One foot is in Germany and the other one is in Ghana. He had some humble achievement and the president called him and begged him to stay on. And he told the president straight away, yes, I can help with the Black Stars, but I still love my German side and I will have to have 1 foot here and 1 foot there. That's when the president should have said, no, we need a fully committed coach. But these are people who are half-baked in patriotism. The president and his ilk. They made him stay. At the end of the day, look at the garbage he gave us. Told us a lot of trash and went away. Now they brought his boss, Chris Hutton. He was the technical advisor, the brain behind the technical work of the Black Stars when Otto Addo was the coach. Now they brought he himself. My brother, he was lousier than a worm on heat. You know Gogomi, when you put it on a hot surface, that was how he was. Every time our opponents had the ball, 2 touches, they would be in the 18 box of the Black Stars. Papa, just 2. And with the Black Stars, it took a whole 90 minutes to be able to penetrate the box. And you wonder what happened to our Black Stars in the days of Abedi Pele. Oh my God. Dribbling. The skills. Oh my God. Listen, every team that the Black Stars played, they basically had to hack down the Black Stars, pull their shirts and tear their shorts to be able to stop the Black Stars at the time. You all remember such great players as Abedi Pele, Tony Yeboah, a.k.a. Yagola. We all remember Stanley Abora. We all remember such great ones who played for the Ghana side. Prince Polly, we saw him. Akuno and the rest who came later. Quality football. Yapreku and the rest. They were all there. Stephen Appiah and the rest were latter-day saints. We saw the kind of football they played to the point that Ghana was called the Brazil of Africa. We played football with such fluidity that the world marveled if we had Brazilian blood. My brother, my sister, today our Black Stars cannot even dribble. They try to dribble, pa! The ball is scored. They stopped. And you wonder, what really is happening? They still have the dribbling skills, but we have talked them down. And the patriotism that we're supposed to be pushing inside them, we are rather pushing commercialization. Commercialization, not patriotism. Not patriotism, no, commercialization. When you play and win, we give you this amount of money. Rather than when you play and win, the whole nation is going to come around and meet you at the airport, flying high the national flag all over the world. I'm speaking in parables. Come here, my youth. When you win, winning bonuses, $10,000 each one of you would get. So the money is on the prize and not what the nation would actually benefit in terms of putting our name on the map, in terms of flying the national flag all over the place. Hey! Because of the over-commercialization of our football, now there is no creativity in football, no entertainment. Gone are the days when we used to watch football and say, what? Look at how he did this. He dribbled this. Look at how he crossed the ball. Like we had Bannerman, John Bannerman. kick the ball, corner kick, straight into the net. Several times he did it. Which player does that now? Hey! When one player could have the ball and dribble all the way from the 18 into the net. What happened to football? Today is over-commercialized. It's more about the money. And when football becomes a money game, we forget the entertainment bit of it. It's over-commercialized to the point that there are even betting centers that are now controlling football. You know that? You know that, right? People are betting. So they get angry when their teams don't win. They can even beat the coach. Not because of patriotism, but because of the money they lost. Some of those insulting the Black Stars and trying to beat up the coach, you think it's all because of patriotism. No, some of them lost bets. Somebody said, I lost a bet. Look at how the coach made me lose a bet. Michi coach where no, this is not patriotism. It's commercialization. Football, if it continues like this, is losing its value. I don't want to watch a commercialized game where the only interest is in scoring goals, not giving us a proper game. In the game of boxing, which I hate so much, I used to like it. Till the Holy Spirit told me that this is a foolish game. It's a barbaric game where people sit down, rich people sit down and watch people beating each other, breaking each other's noses. They are bleeding, teeth are coming out and all that, and they are clapping. Like, yeah, this one is good. What kind of foolishness is that? And you call it a game. Even in boxing, what does the referee normally say? He says, let's have a clean, beautiful fight. How can a fight be sweet and beautiful? They are only telling the boxers to let the entertainment aspect of the thing be there. So when the entertainment bit in football is taken out, there's nothing more. When it's over-commercialized, it becomes junk. Come here! I don't know how many people are listening. I don't want to watch football anymore because it's commercialized. Now let's get to the coach. This is a lousy coach. He has outlived his best days. I want to see a coach that will let the Black Stars pass accurately. Look at how the Egyptians were passing. They were passing as if their legs had eyes. They were passing the ball as if their legs had eyes. Clinical precision. Pa! And the ball would locate the right person. Pa! The ball would locate somebody that is not even looking at. And anytime the ball went in the sky, and it landed at the Egyptian side, in front of an Egyptian. And you ask yourself, I remember those days when I used to play football actively. Sometimes we will stop the game and say, the other side, they are more than us. Let's count them again. They are only playing better than you. They are not more than you. When a team is playing better than you, it looks like they have more players than you. We will count, say, but, that was how it seemed. The Black Stars players, for me, I saw patriotism. I cannot blame the Black Stars team. They had a lousy captain. Captain as the captain of the ship, as the coach. I'm not talking about the DIU. Lousy coach. Lousy pilot. Lousy captain of the ship. He couldn't see the problem of the Black Stars to solve that. Their passes were very bad. There was no fluidity. There was no entertainment. They were only taught to defend. We didn't see them move into empty spaces. We didn't see the fluidity, the aesthetics of football, the Black Stars football that we are used to. My brother, if football is all about how you can hurt somebody so that he can fall and you go and score, then there's no beauty in it. That's why we have fair play. I'm glad that they have sacked the coach. I hope that they will get a homegrown patriot who will handle the team. How did Nkrumah do it? Do you remember the real Republicans? The Republicans, they were footballers. Nkrumah's own team, Republicans. You know what he did? All those playing, he employed them in government establishments. Some are security men, some as this, some as that, and they were not paid to play football. They made football a responsibility to the nation. Do you understand? The Republicans were not paid as footballers. Unlike these days, when you are a footballer, then that's all you do. You go and train and go and eat and sleep. No. In those days, you will go to work. When you finish work, you go and train as a footballer. You will not be paid as a footballer. You will be paid because you are a footballer, but you are working. No commercialization. And they brought laurels to us. All the big laurels we had in Ghana were given to us by local coaches. But we have demeaned them, looked down on them, vilified them, and now they can't bite even though they have teeth. Until we bring back patriotism, all these people around will be coming into the country, taking the money and adding nothing to us. I want to see that coach who would make the players feel free. Dribble. Play with the ball. Gel with the ball. Look at what Kudus was doing. That's what I want to see. The day Ayew, he did his thing. Jordan Ayew is a magic dribbler. But in this game, he didn't even dribble a cockroach. You know why? They have shouted at them. Don't stay on the ball. Don't hang on the ball. Because people are betting. Go and score. And when they score, the bettors will be happy. Commercialization. We don't see the beauty of the football anymore. These players did well. Inaki. Look at Inaki's face. It's nothing but patriotism. Dede Ayew broke his head in the last games and he bandaged it and was playing. All these players, they showed love. Love. They make more money playing for their teams. But they come and play here. We have to show them respect. The problem was a bad coach. The problem is that we have a lousy GFA. The problem is that we do not have enough patriotism to push everything. So when the coach comes in and realizes that you don't even respect your own nation, why must he kill himself? You think I couldn't have coached the Black Stars better? Me with no coaching certificate. I'm not looking down on this coach. I love him for his honesty. He said that he takes all the blame. They have sacked him. I would have done a better job. I would have done a better job with the Black Stars because I know good football. Please, let's respect our nation. Let us not over-commercialize football. Money coming in should be a bonus. Abedi Pele, in his days, he didn't make money like that from football. But his name is lingering all over. I don't want to mention the names of some of the just comes. Their names are gone. Abedi Pele is still there, legend. Tony Yabua, his name is still there. And some of these people. Today I was coming in and I saw a taxi with a photo on it. I was sad. Papa Akun dead at 67. I saw it on a taxi. How many of you remember Papa Akun? Kumasi, Asante Kotoko. I saw an obituary just as I was coming to the studio on a taxi. They did the 7 days, I think January 6 or so in Kumasi, and I saw the poster. I said, oh my God, he died at 67. These were the people. They didn't make money from football, but they made a name that will linger on forever. It's the Black Poets, a.k.a. Kukushonomo. And here we speak truth to power. When we return, we will do more. And to the Black Stars, congratulations. Hey, me, I saw nothing but patriotism. You played what the coach asked you to play. Ghanaians did not give you the fluidity and the free hand to be fluid, to show your creativity. And where creativity is suppressed, the beauty of the game dies. Dash it away. When we return, we got more. Send your comments in. Hey! Whoa!
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
This is the Black Pot, aka Coco Show. Here we speak truth to power. Next story by you. Julius Malema speaks up in Ghana. Who is Julius Malema? South African. I love him. Pan-Africanist. He speaks boldly. He's the next man we want to see do things in South Africa. He said, I don't want any xenophobic votes. If you want me to chase out Africans from South Africa because they are coming here to get a job, before you vote for me, don't vote for me. I don't want any xenophobic votes. Hey! For a politician who wants power to open his mouth and say this, I respect him. Hey! Our politicians are all populists. What the people want to hear is what you tell them. South Africa is one of the most xenophobic countries in the world. I've been to South Africa. Beautiful country. I love it. When you were singing, Asimbo Nanga, Asimbo Nafu Mandela, Asimbo Naona, we were singing along with you. Crying, sponsoring. We allowed South Africans, our own brothers, to come into Ghana and we gave them free accommodation. We allowed South Africans to go to Nigeria where we gave them free accommodation, free feeding, and free education, free scholarship. That is why today, when a Ghanaian is going to South Africa to study, they actually give you a certain kind of sponsorship. Nigerians like that. But when you go looking for a job, no, they want to kill you. Julius Malema is one man who has won my heart. I went to South Africa and I was speaking to some people, and they were vehemently against Julius Malema. Oh yes, that man is speaking too much. He's always speaking too much. He's always speaking as if he don't have brain. This man don't have brain. You know how the Zulu people speak? They speak with this heavy accent. Very heavy. He must not tell us what to do. If Zimbabweans come here to take our job, we kill them. And if Ghanaians come here, we kill them. If Nigerians come, we burn them. We burn them. Say, hey. I was scared to even tell this guy I was Ghanaian. He said, Ghanaians come here, if the Ghanaians, they would kill them. Zimbabweans, they kill them. As for Nigerians, they will burn them. And Julius Malema is saying, don't do that. The man who is making you become an enemy to your brother is the white man. He's the one who has the jobs. And he decides that he would employ the Zimbabwean. He would employ the Ghanaian, employ the Nigerian. And then you go and fight the Nigerian and the Ghanaian and not the man who is offering them the job. You go to South Africa. The average South African just wants to have fun. In the evenings, go to the clubs and see them. The drinking sports is a fun-loving nation. And the women are so pretty and hot. Those of you who want rounded women with big bakasi, you know, and big frontal elevation. That is your country. I go to South Africa and I marvel. I ask myself, when God was creating South Africans, did he... Let me be careful. I have to be careful. So I don't offend anybody. But all in all, South African women are one of the most beautiful women you will find on earth. When you see the women walking, my God, you are like, whoa, what is this? This is crazy. Before you realize, another one is coming from your left. And you're like, oh, this is crazier. Before you realize on your right, oh, this must be the craziest. Before you realize you are hearing from your back, cook, 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 you turn and say, no, this is an angel. Pretty women. Every country has what is known for and noted for. South Africa is a land of activism and fighting in the days of apartheid. Black power. But where is your black power now when you are fighting your own Africans? Malema is one of those people standing firm for South Africa. I have my holidays in South Africa. If you don't give me a South African visa, I feel like you have killed me. Malema was in Ghana yesterday. And this was what he said. Ghana's democracy is threatened by corruption. And that's Julius Malema talking. And he says, prominent South African politician Malema has said Ghana's democracy is threatened by corruption. Addressing Ghanaian youth at an event organized by Arise Ghana, a pressure group, the founder of Economic Freedom Fighters, a South African political party, said due to corruption, Ghana is unable to offset its international debt to institutions like the IMF. Now, the democracy of Ghana is threatened by democracy. I like that. Today, because of democracy, Ghana cannot pay its international debt. All right. This is Malema. He also said that because we ran away from the values of Kwame Nkrumah, that is why our nation is sinking. You ask yourself, what were the values of Kwame Nkrumah? Equal rights and justice. Kwame Nkrumah stood for everybody. Kwame Nkrumah, at the time he was overthrown, did not have a single property in Ghana in his name. Even his mother was in a borrowed apartment. Kwame Nkrumah, when we overthrew him in February 1966, in December 1966, when he was in exile, Christmas Day, he said, I know you won't have a good Christmas. Because those fools overthrew my government, refusing to allow us to gain economic freedom when they knew we were on the brink of getting that. We got political independence is led with what? Economic independence. That's what Malema is talking about. That's why his party is called the Economic Freedom Fighters. If we had our economy working, we wouldn't care about a British visa. We wouldn't hang ourselves over an American visa. We wouldn't shoot ourselves dead, all because a British or an American has refused to employ us and is employing some other people. We are failed people if we do not look in the direction of our ancestors. Write it down. We are a failed people if we don't look in the direction of our ancestors, the founders of our land. They had unbiased patriotism beyond the labels. And if you are following anybody, these are the people you should be following. Malema, we appreciate you for coming. I hope to be in South Africa as well. And we will be able to do things. This is a strong guy. Many South Africans say they will never vote for him because if he becomes president, he will allow Africans to inundate South Africa and take their jobs and take everything. Look at the mentality. We are not fighting Africans. We are fighting Kwere Kwere. It's Kwere Kwere we are fighting. The undocumented immigrants. It's Kwere Kwere. We kill Kwere Kwere. That's how they call undocumented immigrants. They call them Kwere Kwere. Malema, thank you so much and thanks for speaking for Africa. We adore you. We love you. We hope that you take over the reins and you stay true to yourself. It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonomo. When we return, we have 2 more stories. We would also be reading your messages. And we're going to be quick. We finish in the next 10 minutes. Yeah? Blessed love. Hey! Wayo!
Blakk Kukushonaman.
It's the Blakk Pot, a.k.a. Kukushonaman. Here we speak truth to power. Come here, my youth. All right? And run the story. These are the messages. Thank you for sending in the messages. The Larry says, Wontumi will be going for Manchiaton. Sufyan Suleimana says, bless up my Godfather. Wayo. Joama says, fire. Tijani Gangang says, God bless you, my Godfather. Long time no see, Tijani Gangang. How have you been? Isa Prominent King says, Fala, Father of history, do it your own way. And trust me, it's in a professional way. Oh, yeah. Isa the Prominent King says again, here, we don't criticize. And if we criticize to build and not to destroy. That's why we say we are in the service of God and country. Thank you so much. Goswe Jata says, live in Kumasi, come here! Wayo! Bright Smart says, Blakk Rasta, may you live long because you are changing the mindset of the youth of Ghana and Africa as a whole. Sacha Emmanuel says, respect Blakk Rasta. This is Governor from Wusuta. I love Wusuta. Rap Thunder says, Alhamdulillah, welcome legendary Blakk Rasta. Delari says, blessed morning from the United States. Blakk Rasta, hey, Blakk the Rasta. Come here, my youth. Delari says, Jah be with you. Ekene Okoli, long time no see. Says, great man of our time, more fire and more blessings to you and your family. Love and respect. Wanini Boy says, welcome back, Blakk. Yesterday I waited till. But couldn't see you live. But I hope to see you today. Well, we are here. We had some power outage, crazy power outage. They said the fuses were all blown. And then things. Hey, interesting things. While there was no power, we still had our lights blinking and no power light off. How come the power was blinking? Was it low current? Was it juju or what? We couldn't understand and we couldn't do anything. We do apologize for that. And we are back today. Mark Hendrick says, big up yourself, Blakk. Mohammed Bajer1, a.k.a. MC Scorpion from Ashaiman, says, was just waiting for you, Mbiele. I thank Allah you are here today. Fire, burn, Dumso. I nearly had malaria yesterday. Wow. Come here. You think say you did wise. Why your MC Scorpion? Wow. Bajer1. This is why. The Larry says, guys, let's gather here and listen to wisdom. Come here, my youth. I really love this program, Blakk Rasta. J. Coolman says, respect Blakk Rasta and blessed love and big up yourself. Because I don't know. All right? So send more comments coming in. And remember to subscribe to our channel. It's called the Blakk Empire Media. And we are going on a 16-region tour of Ghana, the whole of Ghana. And we are going with 160,000 miniature flags. Every region we go, we give them 10,000 miniature flags. You will see school children waving them and all that. It's all about Ghana. Ghana must work again. My brother, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard. But we are ready to do it. Our numbers are on the screen. Send us a momo if you are touched to do it, because patriotism is not forced. If you want to send us something through the bank, we would always acknowledge it. And you can trust that your money will be put into the right use. We have written letters to a number of companies. We hope that they respond. But with or without, we must still fire and move on. Money should never stop us. We will do what we can do. Now, what we do when we arrive at a region is plant a big Ghana flag at a vantage place where everybody would see, flying right there in the wind. And then we'll go to a school, a big one, where other schools will gather. We'll talk patriotism for an hour and leave. Try to talk to them about sticking to Ghana and doing everything they can to uplift Ghana, like in the days of Kwame Nkrumah. Right after just 1 hour, we are done. We'll do a small quiz there, which will take about 10 minutes. Ask one patriotic question about Ghana. Whoever wins will get a beautiful clock or something like that with Ghana embossed on it, the colors and everything. Something Ghana will give to you so you remember that somebody was here to talk Ghana. In the evening from 7 p.m., we will put up a concert. Stage, light, everything. You know, in the middle of the town so people can come young and old. We shall sing the few songs that we have to the people, gather one or two other artists, we'll sing. By 9 o'clock, we'll close because we have to go to the next place. So it's going to be Saturday, Sunday, from March to all the way down to May. So it's hard work. Please support if you can. We will always acknowledge it. We are going to be traveling left, right, and center. And March 2 will be in Wa. From Wa, we'll work all the way down to the capital. It's a lot of work. Before this is done, I'm sure I'm going to be lean like a snake that has not eaten for 2 weeks. Cobra. Come here, my youth. Next story. Obinim confesses lies in church. I had always known that Obinim had a problem. From when I saw his bleached face and the fact that he was saying that he was appearing in people's dreams and giving them billions of Ghana cedis when he himself was stealing electricity and water from us as a people, I just knew that this guy was a charlatan. I'm glad that he is now confessing. At a point, he said he was an angel and that the so-called photograph of Jesus Christ in his church was a fake. And I clapped. Because, yes, of course, that photo is a fake. Michelangelo painted the photograph of his gay, drunken brother. And this is what the churches put up there and say the Jesus Christ photo. No. If you don't have the photo of Muhammad, the prophet, why should you have the photograph of Jesus? In those days, cameras were not made. You understand? And Obinim got to know that. And he said he will remove all those pictures. He removed that. And he said that he was now an angel. And this was when he made them put this thing there in his church. And there were some men of God who said that, yes, he was truly an angel. My brother, there were so many people who said that he had the power to do miracles. There was a time he said that he could turn into a snake and enter anybody's bedroom. And then he went to the British embassy, I was told, looking for a visa. They quickly told him, you said you can turn into a bird. Why don't you turn into a bird and fly to the UK? I remember me and my British friend at the time used to laugh at this. And, John Benjamin would put it out on X at that time called Twitter. And we all would laugh. Now, Obinim is confessing. Come here! It looks like he has met a Roman Catholic priest. Time for confession. I lied. I can't turn myself into any animal. Obinim backtracks on his supernatural powers. Run it. Bishop Daniel Obinim, the head pastor of the International God's Way Church, has openly acknowledged that his earlier assertions that he possessed supernatural abilities, such as the ability to change into animals like lions and snakes to hurt his enemies, were false. In February 2016, Obinim declared that he was endowed with multiple supernatural powers, including the ability to change into a snake and bite humans, which were deemed as his enemies or enemies of his church members. Bishop Obinim said that his transformation abilities extended beyond simply turning into any animal he thought of, including snakes. He explained that his transition into an animal was a supernatural and spiritual process that had a bodily manifestation. When I enter the spirit realm, I am hanging in the air with Jesus beside me. Ghana looks very small like a handkerchief. I can turn into a snake and bite you. Someone came for a consultation and I told her I will visit her with my father Jesus. When we were going, I turned into a dog and Jesus transformed me into a lion. No, Jesus transformed into a lion and I turned into a dog. The person was beating me with a stick and the dog told him it was Obinim and he stopped. Right after that, I turned into a human being and Jesus also transformed into his human nature. Bishop Obinim said on his OBTV's program in 2016. Wow. Now, almost a decade down the line, the controversial televangelist has backtracked on these claims, urging his congregations to forgive him for those false claims. Bishop Obinim apologized for spreading false information in a video clip that has since gone viral, describing the period of mishaps and experience in his ministry. He asked his congregations for forgiveness and urged the audience to associate themselves with good people. Dash it away. When people are in trouble, they all of a sudden become good people. When trouble blows away, then they go back to their old forms, where they can turn into snakes and dogs and bite people. You see, etiye ema awrefiri. Etiye ma awrefiri. I know Jeff doesn't understand this. Because when you live good, you forget what you went through. But when hardships come back, you remember and you want to live good. That's why in the Bible, a lot of the times God will inflict people with pain and anguish to bring them back. I'm glad Obinim is confessing, honestly. I'm beginning to become a fan of Obinim. He had tricked so many people, slept with so many so-called models and movie people, according to Kennedy Japan. Used the name of God in vain for his own selfish interests, impregnated and paralyzed a woman and her child. His own pastor's wife, he slept with her in her menstrual period. We heard all this. The woman said it and he confirmed it and said he was responsible for the paralysis the baby was suffering from and that the baby will never walk again. My brother, I'm glad he's confessing. They say when a man is confessing his sins, don't remind him of the old sins. I hope that is not because your church members are now 20 from when they were 10,000. So you are finding a way of bringing them back. I want to believe that you are genuinely asking for God's help. Also confess the juju you went to and all those. Confess all that so that God will forgive you properly. And this other pastors should take a cue from this. Fake pastors giving false prophecies, sleeping with church members' wives, and so on and so forth. Your days are near. Dash it away. Final story, my youth, and we are done. So this is the final story, my brethren, and we are done. Let's see your last messages. Youngster Ali says, good evening, Blakk Rasta. I finally believe that respect is a lot more important and a lot greater than popularity. I agree with you. More fire. Stephen Banda says, my king is life. And I think Youngster Ali is talking about Chairman Wontumi's case. Mustafa Watara says, preach on, Blakk. Stephen Banda says, long live my king. I am listening to you with my brother, Kwame, and he is sending his greetings to you and your family. I greet you, Kwame, love and respect. Kwesi Annex says, we used Africa coach because some of our players don't understand English and local language well. So that it will help with the communication between them and stop being fancy, poor African country. Tuma Blakk Rasta. Well, I'm not getting it properly. You are saying that we use black coaches because the players couldn't understand English, and now that they understand English, we must bring a white coach. I'm not sure that's what you said, but please come clearer so we understand you. Stephen Banda says, preach, my king. Oyo. Wesley Watley says, Ghana just arrived on your power channel. Wesley Watley, we are seeing you for the first time. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and hit on the notification button. Immigrants have rise to stop persecuting. It is self-cursing, unnecessary, counterproductive. Yes, you are right. I agree with you. He's talking about the South African situation. Well, we hope and believe that some of these things will go down as we rise. It's the Blackport, a.k.a. Kukushodomo. I thank you so much and I appreciate you. Thanks so much, my Professor Albion Mens. We appreciate you and we love you. He gave us 3,000 CDs and 200 Ghana, 3,200 Ghana. I mean, CDs all the way from America. We shall document all the names and then we'll drop them. Prof, I thank you so much And we are looking up to more. And you know how to do it. It's been the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Hey! Wayo!